Hello everyone and welcome to Liberty Line's Art English Studio, a place where learning English is not about pressure, competition, or perfection, but about freedom, confidence, and steady personal growth. Here, language becomes a bridge to understanding yourself and the world around you, and every story is carefully designed to help you feel stronger inside, calmer in your thoughts, and more positive in both language and life. Today, we would like to share a gentle yet powerful story about self-protection, awareness, responsibility, and inner strength, told in a simple and warm way so you can listen slowly, breathe deeply, feel every moment, and grow quietly from within without stress or fear. This story begins on a peaceful afternoon when a young middle school boy named Ethan arrives home after school and finds himself alone in the house. His parents are still at work and will return later in the evening, and the rooms feel familiar yet unusually quiet, with still air and soft shadows around him. At first, everything feels comfortable and free, like a small moment of independence, but as time passes, the silence grows heavier, and Ethan begins to understand that being alone also means being responsible for himself, his safety, and his choices. As he places his school bag on the floor and pours himself a glass of water, Ethan remembers something important that he once learned from his parents and teachers. He remembers that real strength does not come from muscles, shouting, or acting tough, but from calm thinking, clear awareness, and wise actions taken at the right time. This thought stays with him as he sits quietly, takes a slow breath, and allows himself to fully feel the moment instead of rushing or distracting himself. Suddenly, there is a knock at the door, not loud and not aggressive, but steady and clear enough to make his heart beat a little faster. In that brief moment, Ethan feels nervous, yet instead of running toward the door or panicking, he pauses and takes another slow breath. He walks carefully, remembering that when you are unsure, you do not open the door immediately. You do not act on impulse. You observe, you think, and you stay calm. Through the door, Ethan sees a stranger standing outside, someone he does not recognize, someone who looks normal and polite, but unfamiliar. When the stranger asks if anyone is home, Ethan feels his voice shake slightly, but keeps it steady as he answers honestly that his parents are not home. When the stranger asks him to open the door, Ethan listens to his instincts, notices the lack of clear identification, and chooses safety over politeness by firmly but respectfully telling the stranger to leave and saying he will contact his parents. The stranger leaves, and in that quiet moment, the house feels still again. Ethan stands there for a few seconds as his heart slowly begins to calm down. He realizes something very important, that fear can exist without taking control, and that protecting yourself does not mean fighting the world, but about caring for yourself with intelligence, patience, and respect. As the evening slowly arrives and the sky outside grows darker, the shadows in the house deepen and the light begins to change. Ethan hears another sound, this time coming from the back of the house, a soft movement that makes his body tense again. Instead of freezing or running blindly, he turns off the lights, moves quietly to a safe space, locks the door, holds his phone tightly, and calls for help with a clear and steady voice. After a few minutes, the sound disappears, and the house becomes silent once more. Although nothing serious happens, something meaningful changes inside Ethan. He understands that preparation brings confidence, that knowledge brings peace, and that trusting yourself is one of the greatest forms of self-defense, especially when you are alone. When his parents return home later that night, they listen carefully to his story. They do not scold him or create fear, but instead praise his calm actions, his awareness, and his wise decisions. Ethan smiles, feeling proud, not because he faced danger, but because he respected himself and acted with care. This story is not only for children, but for everyone. We all face moments in life when we feel unsure, uncomfortable, or alone. In those moments, what truly helps us is awareness, preparation, and the ability to stay calm, think clearly, and choose safety over impulse. The lesson is simple but powerful. Stay calm, trust your instincts, and do not rush into danger. Remember that self-protection is not about fighting the world, but about caring for yourself with intelligence, patience, and respect. You do not need to be a hero, and you do not need to be fearless. You only need to be present, prepared, and kind to yourself. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Liberty Lines Art English Studio. Thank you for listening, learning, and growing together with us. We truly hope this story brings you calm, confidence, and positive energy wherever you are, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you very much.